Hi guys, welcome back on the channel. On today's video we're going to compare 5 miniatures from 5 different manufacturers. We'll see the sizes. This is the first part. We're going to compare the mounted miniatures and then we're going to compare foot. I know you like these videos because they're quite informative and they give you information regarding minis, and you can compare them with what you have and you can make a decision if you can purchase them or not, or if they're big or small for your armies. The first shot is from a little bit higher up, like a wargaming level, let's say, wargaming angle, to show you that a bit higher up doesn't make really huge difference, although there is substantial difference in these miniatures. So let's go a bit further down, let's go in eye level, and let's start comparing and checking one by one. So let's go and see them one by one and see what manufacturers we have. So here we have the one you see my stick pointing at, Reconquer Miniatures. Here we have Historia Studios. I think it's the Northern Crusades range. Here is Wargames Foundry. I think one of the friends of the channel told me that these are designed by the Perrys. Here we have Footsore, and here we have one Perry Plastic Agincourt range. So if we see now, we see them a bit further down, we see that it seems that the Wargames Foundry and the Footsore are a bit smaller. Reconquer and Historia are the same. I mean, it's the helmet of the bishop that makes it higher. But I think Perry Plastics are, well, maybe a bit higher than all of them. Let's have a look. Let's try and put them around. Let's play around a bit. The main issue from my experience, and we're going to see a better angle in order for us to understand, with mounted miniatures is the horses usually. So I see that Historia Studios, I see that Reconquer and Perry, they match a bit better. And Wargames Foundry, these are metals and these are 3D and this plastic, are matching very well, I think. So now we see that, yeah, obviously we have different sizes, but why we have different sizes? I think the knights are the same size. They don't look very different size-wise, the actual riders, but I think we should check the horses, and let's have a look. So I think here you can see the difference. I think the Perry horse is much, well, it's taller, it's bigger than the Wargames Foundry. You see, there is where the difference actually is, and the Perry miniature is bigger than the Wargames Foundry one. If we remove the Wargames Foundry and we put the Reconquer, I think here we are a bit more, I think, closer to size than with Perry, than previously with his Wargame Foundry. I think they can fit together. And if we go to the North Crusades range for Historia Studios, I think they're even closer. What I've realized, and let's see here, is that the Footsore are the shortest ones, and this I've realized also with the foot. They're not, the horse is not that, there is a, well, I think there is a bit of an angle. I mean, the horse here is galloping and it's higher, I think, than, I don't know. The horses don't look that smaller, but there is a quite substantial difference in height, as you can see. I mean, there is a quite substantial difference in height. It's not that they don't fit from a wargaming, perspective. They fit this fine, but there is a substantial difference. If you compare it with the Wargames Foundry one, I think they fit perfectly together. I think they look great. It's almost identical. If we check the Footsore with, again, it's very strange, is that the Footsore and the Reconquer are almost, well, the difference is very slight. But when you put the Perry, that is bigger, even this small difference counts. And although the Reconquer doesn't look Again, Perry is higher. I think you can see obviously the horses are different. Now, I'm not an expert in horses, and obviously there were different types of horses. There were, you know, different types of warrior horses or smaller horses, obviously. But I think in mounted miniatures, it's the horses that makes the difference. I mean, if we zoom a bit, this looks like much smaller than this horse, and obviously the Footsore as well. It looks much smaller than the Perry ones. I think only the Northern Crusades, I think only the Bishop is, again, the horse is smaller, but I think size-wise they're not that bad together. But in general, if you put them together and see them together, it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, from a wargaming perspective from above, it's not that bad. I mean, you can mix and match, even the mounted. But the conclusion of this video would be that it mostly has to do with the horses and how every manufacturer portrays the horses than it has to do with the actual riders, who I think size-wise the 28s are, I think, Footsore a bit on the smaller side, without bothering me. But I think it has to do mostly with the riders, with the horses and the riders. Anyway, guys, this is from me. I hope you enjoyed this little short video regarding the sizes of mounted. We had 5 manufacturers, so that was quite interesting. We'll go to the more interesting part 2 soon that has to do with foot, and we have a lot of interesting deductions and things to see. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.